Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. This is Tristan with Lawson's Car Reviews. Today I've got a 2022 Kia EX. This thing is actually awesome. I'm pleasantly surprised, so stay tuned for this review. Let me guys know what you think about it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel as well. What's good, YouTube? This hood is really light. Giddy up! Okay guys, so the Kia K5 EX. This is actually a really sharp looking car. I don't believe it's the entry level, but it's not the GT, which has the turbocharged engine that makes 290 horsepower. This is the one that makes 180 horsepower. But I will tell you this car looks really nice. I love these daytime running lights that actually come on. As you can see, these are LED, and then these lights right here are actually the regular night lights, but they still look really good. You've got some vents here that are actually functional, and as you can see, following the typical Kia styling, it's got that tiger nose grille, which I think looks really good. And it's not gloss black, it's kind of like a gunmetal gloss. And then you've got the new Kia badge right here, which also looks really good. But the car in general, I think, is quite sharp looking. I feel like these lights, you either love them or you hate them, but me personally, I really like the look of those lights. This kind of looks like a baby Kia Stinger, just by the shape. It's kind of got that fastback look, but it's not a hatchback, so that's the thing about it. So it doesn't store quite as much as what the hatchback Stinger does. These are very sharp looking 18-inch rims. It's got the regular brushed aluminium and then the gunmetal grey here, new Kia badge, and these are 235 45 18s, so they're quite a sporty tire. Pirelli, 18-inch rim. It actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that you get a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to these Kias. As you can see, someone already tinted the windows on this car, and it gives it quite a sharp look. This chrome along the door frame, I think it would look a little bit better if it was probably like the gunmetal gray or a dark black color. But it still looks pretty good. You do have this bomb detonator key fob, which looks really nice from Kia. It's got the remote start, and then it's got the open and close and all that kind of stuff. Press and hold it in order to pop the trunk, which is not popping. Come on. See how long you got to hold it for. Oh well, it's not opening, so I'm going to press the button, open this trunk up. And the trunk, guys, is absolutely huge. Good gosh. So this is around, I believe, 16 cubic feet as far as the trunk space. That is a really good size, especially for this segment. And the seats also do a 60-40 split, so they do flop down. And then you look here, you've got your spare tire right there. So that does feel kind of cheap, but otherwise, car looks really good. You've got the K5 badge, and you've kind of got these fake exhaust outlets, but the exhaust actually isn't there in the car. So that's kind of interesting. Nice interior, but let me give you a look under the hood before we dive into the interior. So under the hood, it actually looks really good. And this is the 1.6 litre turbo. I actually thought it was naturally aspirated, but whatever. It's got some good pickup, so that kind of makes sense. The other one that's a higher spec, like I said, it actually has 290 horsepower. This particular one has 180 horsepower. It gets 27 miles in the city and 37 on the highway, and it's mated to a 8-speed automatic transmission, front wheel drive, and the car weighs about 3,200 pounds, give or take a few pounds. But it actually looks really good. I'm kind of liking the fact that they don't have all of this plastic, and that the engine looks like it's pretty well made when it comes to just the materials that they use. It's kind of got like a faux carbon fiber look on that engine cover there. But it is a 1.6, so you are going to get really excellent gas mileage in it. This particular car does 0 to 60 in about 7.7 seconds, whereas the higher trim Kia K5 GT does it in 5.5 seconds. So this is a slower car, but overall it's still decently quick. And I like the fact that it's got hood struts and not a prop rod like some cars do. But yeah, under the engine bay, looks really excellent. So let's move on to the interior real quick. This car has the leather seats, so they're not cloth. I've got the car in my seating position. Like I said, these seats do a 40-60 split. Pretty comfortable. You've got this nice soft armrest here. You got map pockets in the back. And as I sit behind myself, there's actually pretty decent leg room. You know, there's even room, look, to where it gives you more space where your knees can go. And I'm 6'4", and I think that it's perfectly comfortable back here. You do have 2 USB-A outlets, and you've got some extra air vents here at the back too. Little bit of gloss black on these bits, and then you've got a cup holder down here. Car has this excellent moonroof. Let me press the button to show it to you. You hit it, opens the whole thing up, so it does brighten up the cabin quite a bit. And like I said, all of these things, it feels like really decent quality, high touch, and just the look of the interior, I actually think it's quite beautiful. I mean, I am not exaggerating. This is a great looking interior. Let me know what you guys think about it, but I think it smokes the Civic and the Elantra and all the other cars. Just looks really nice. Let's go ahead and move on to the front. Okay, so sitting in the front of the car, you can see that there's some gloss black here, which actually looks quite nice. It might get fingerprints on it. The windows for the driver and the passenger are automatic down and automatic up, which is nice so that you don't have to do it for the passenger side. This car does have lots of safety features. Steering wheel feels awesome. These gauges are fantastic, and you can scroll through a plethora of different options on these gauges, so that's nice. You've got active cruise control, which I think that's what this button is here, and then you've got lane keep assist and other safety features. Kias and Hyundais have got the best safety features, and they've got an awesome 60,000 bumper to bumper warranty and an additional 100,000 mile powertrain warranty, which is by far the best in the business. This is the shifter for the 8-speed. You've got different drive modes, which if you look up here, you can change it. Drive mode goes to custom, sport, normal, smart. So I'm going to put it in sport because I like to drive sporty. You have heated seats with 3 cooled seats and heated seats with 3 options on both of them. These awesome cup holders feel really good. 2 USB A's here, 12 volt. A really big pocket here where you can store lots of stuff. You've also got another 12 volt there. And then this section, I'm not sure what that is. One of you let me know who owns one of these cars. And the whole interior just feels really good. Glove compartment is a great size. All the materials and everything to the touch feel amazing. So this car actually, from me, I know some of you are going to think I'm crazy, but I think for the price, this car is actually a little bit better than the Kia Stinger, because you can it's just cheaper and you can still get one that's pretty fast. Let me just show you some of these features. So navigation, front wheel drive, park assist, the backup camera looks awesome, 4-wheel disc brakes, etc, etc. You can pause the video to go ahead and look at some of these features and some of these safety features, because this is what came on the sheet from the dealer. One other thing, guys, backup camera does not fill the whole screen, but it does have trajectory lines and the parking sensors right there, so that's a good feature as well. All right, guys, setting out in this 2022 Kia K5 EX. So this is not the top of the range, which is the Kia K5 GT, which makes 290 horsepower. This is the lower spec one, which is the 1.6 liter engine. But this one, it drives really smooth. This is pretty much a brand new car. It's only got 14,000 miles on it, so about a year's worth of miles, but it actually drives really smooth. But the car is so quiet. I'm actually very, very surprised and very happy that the car is so quiet. And the seats are really comfortable. Heated and cooled seats. The dash actually looks really good as well when it comes to how many, just how good the resolution looks. It's really clear. It's really easy to use. As you click the buttons, you can click it to radio. Radio looks pretty good. And I like that you have, you've actually got real buttons, and then you've also got the touch screen, and it's got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, as you can see here. So very nice car to drive. The other good thing about this car, which I think is very underrated, is the materials actually feel really nice. Like the materials in, let's say, a few of the Civics that I drove, and even the Acura, which is supposed to be kind of luxury, does not feel as nice as this. They've got this car for sale for $29,000, which might seem expensive on the surface, but as nice as this drives and everything, it's actually quite a decent price, because you have to consider the fact that other car companies are selling cars with this amount of specs a lot more expensive than what Kia is selling this for. And considering this is not the fast version, it feels quite peppy. Okay, so I'm gonna get on the gas a little bit and see what it feels like while it's in sport mode. You ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Oh, traction control kicked in because the wheels were spinning. But the pickup is actually good, man. I mean, do you remember, it's just a 1.6 liter turbo. So it's not the bigger engine, it's not the faster one, but pickup feels really good. Now the engine does not make the best noise. I can barely hear the exhaust, but remember, this is not really a sports car. It's kind of more like a sports sedan that gets good gas mileage. 37 on the highway is actually excellent gas mileage. So you really can't complain about the amount of gas mileage that you're getting for the amount of performance that this thing actually puts out. To me, it feels like it's as fast as, say, like a Civic Si. I think the one thing that I'm going to say about this car is that the steering and the handling definitely does not compare to the Honda Civic. The Honda definitely feels like it's more agile, like it's more nimble on its feet. But overall, this car feels more luxury. It feels more well put together. Whereas the Civic feels like it's okay, but it's not quite as good as what this feels like from a fit and finish standpoint. So don't get me wrong, I still like the Civic. I still think that the Civic feels sportier, and the handling and the steering is a lot more precise than what this is. But for the money, I think I would pick this. And I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably one of my favorite mid-size sedans that I've driven so far. So I'm actually giving this car quite high praise. So I just am doing a U-turn in this vehicle, and the turning radius is actually quite excellent, which I expected nothing else from such a small car with such light steering. It definitely is an easy car to drive. The one thing I wish is that I wish they made these in a manual. Let me put my foot down again. Yeah, pickup's decent. But yeah, I wish they made these in a manual like a Civic, because this car would be so much more fun. You know, just to give you an option so everything wasn't just automatic. But yeah, this car feels excellent. The radio and everything look excellent. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, these dials, these gauges look excellent. I really want to go ahead and say that Kia hit the nail on the head when it came to the interior and the fit and finish of this car. The exterior is debatable. I am not crazy about how the car looks fully at the front and at the rear. I can't put my finger on it, but I do think they could have done a little bit of a nicer job with how the car looks. But anyway, that's the end of the review. Let me go ahead and put my Lawson score up on the screen. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me guys know what you think about these Kias in the comment box, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.